Waking up fresh as a daisy and feeling fucking amazing because the day is brand new, so it's time to do something crazy, preferably fatal, something repulsive and hateful, like the dropping of guts when I make cuts from navel to anal, or take the leg off the table and beat a baby in its cradle. Hey, I'm just being playful, but I gotta make sure it stays painful, disgraceful and shameful, the blame that came from the faithful, ungrateful to masticate whole these fake souls and do it by the face full. I'm told I should stop, I take this Cosby shit too seriously, to the point where I act out all of my lyrics deliriously. I've got my own standards about the crimes I commit. I rape the fuck out of prostitutes because I don't pay for shit. Do you know where I get all of my bits for some of these fucked up skits? The one where the dudes get beat with sticks and then I slowly remove their dicks. There's no studio for these recordings, I've got SDs that I've been hoarding. They're mixed with all my tapes and discs cause I really don't have a whole lot of time for sorting. My name is Wally Havoc, so now you know who the fuck I am. Murder's my profession, but I'm only doing what I can to put this fucking world out of its pathetic misery. Cause if I did it to myself, bitch, then I know you'd be missing me. But I have no attachment to anyone outside of me and mine. It makes it easier emotionally to open up a trachea from behind. This is not a test, it's not a scam, it's not a fucking ruse. Don't be surprised if you see me on your local evening news.
Legend has it that Wally Havoc is always the one behind something tragic. I heard he came from a good upbringing, but one day he just snapped and had it.
Maybe it was when my dad had passed, it was almost to the point of borderline traumatic. But it doesn't make sense when I look back at it, cause he's the one who taught me how to throw a hatchet. Why can't you accept the fact that murder just makes me feel good? Back when I was a kid, I wanted to kill but didn't think I could. But I proved it to myself and now I'll prove it to the universe, that I'm a plague of murder and rape and there's no way to undo this curse. Let me lay you on the bed and strip you of your birthday suit, then put it on so you can see me wear it while I execute you. I had never really grown out of play and dress up, and I used to cover and stain my clothes with bottles of ketchup. It's always been with me and it's never going away. I adhere to it strictly, so there's nothing that you can do or say to get me to stop, to get me to put down my weapon, to get me to put my bloody dick back in my pants and get to stepping. My name is Wally Havoc, so now you know who the fuck I am. Murder's my profession, but I'm only doing what I can to put this fucking world out of its pathetic misery. Cause if I did it to myself, bitch, then I know you'd be missing me. But I have no attachment to anyone outside of me and mine. It makes it easier emotionally to open up a trachea from behind. This is not a test, it's not a scam, it's not a fucking ruse. Don't be surprised if you see me on your local evening news. There once was a time when I didn't find it necessary to keep the payroll steady over at the local cemetery. But in the grand scheme of things, this is what I was meant to be. I don't see it as a curse, this is a gift that's been sent to me. Sometimes I don't need to keep the pieces from my recipe. They end up in a ditch, getting eaten by the centipedes. At the end of the day, though, I'm happy with the path I followed. Decapitated heads with severed limbs and fucking torsos hollow. My name is Wally Havoc, so now you know who the fuck I am. Murder's my profession, but I'm only doing what I can to put this fucking world out of its pathetic misery. Cause if I did it to myself, bitch, then I know you'd be missing me. But I have no attachment to anyone outside of me and mine. It makes it easier emotionally to open up a trachea from behind. This is not a test, it's not a scam, it's not a fucking ruse. Don't be surprised if you see me on your local evening news. This is not a test, it's not a scam, it's not a fucking ruse. Don't be surprised if you see me on your local evening news. Waking up fresh as a daisy and